to figure out learning gaps,
measure and track children's learning outcomes.
Simple, it's scalable, and it's very, very contextual.
It's open for all. It is available in multiple languages.
Of the people, by the people, for the people.
Very warm welcome to all of you. The reason to organize this event today, which really is focusing on South Asia, is that we wanted to take this conversation one step further.
When the COVID-19 pandemic has affected so many countries across the world, almost over 1 billion students have been affected by these school closures. ICAN can easily be used to figure out learning gaps so that they can be easily addressed as schools start to reopen.
National Common Assessment of Numeracy. This is perfectly mapped to SDG 4 and Target 4.1.1a. It measures not just assessment, but also has cues for learning gains.
In South Asia especially, we don't have any regional assessment tools. The ICAN from the PAL network can be a tool to fill that gap.
The impact of this pandemic and school closure is different on different children. While few can continue the online classes, most cannot, and many will not even return to the same school. So when the student will return, they will need to be assessed to understand which children need additional care, which children need more catch-up to do. Traditional summative assessment is not the solution for that.
ICAN offers us a start. It can provide diagnostic information on what children can do as schools start to open up. ICAN is simple and quick to administer and understand, and hence easy to scale, especially in low resource settings.
We can't improve learning without actually being able to understand it, measure and track children's learning outcomes. That the citizen-led and household-based assessment approach was born, in fact, in this part of the world. And it's one of the things that I've always been so impressed to see is how it's gradually and organically spread to 3 continents.
So for us, the simplicity of the tool, the ability to explain this to anyone, possibility of doing this with very large numbers of children, all meant that you were really, in some ways, this was a very important step for us to really think about learning for all.
Citizen-led assessment is also valuable because in ways it represents liberating or freeing the assessment process from technical elites.
Tools like ICAN, it brings into the conversation the different kinds of conversation, that where are we going wrong, where are we at, what should we focus at, and essentially brings a different dimension to the conversation, so which is very, very important. Organizations like us for BRAC has been also advocacy with the parents, that it's not just looking at the report card and checking off, or competing with other parents on how your children did. It's also a lot about really, really asking the right question, that is your child learning the right thing?
This is a great milestone for South Asian region to have a common and comparable assessment tool to measure the student learning outcomes. It is cost effective, it is flexible, and that is, it can be used for household based assessment, or it can also be used in school-based settings. So rather reinventing the wheel and spending more, use a tool which is free of cost, which is flexible and aligned to the international standards. It will give you a system-level feedback, telling you what is working and what is not working at the foundational year of the student.
Not just that it's I can, but we can and we will.